your freshman year was Coach Stevens, just her second year at Bentley. How did that relationship evolve over the first couple of years with the team and kind of building up a little bit of mutual respect back and forth, ultimately leading to a huge amount of success the team had, starting with the 1989 Fab Four, and then the teams would continue on to 4 straight appearances in that round after that point?
Well, I'll tell you, it was so unique. The greatest thing about her was that she just really played to our strengths as people and as athletes. Barbara Stevens' team is a team of producers. All 12 of us produced on both of those years. In those first seasons, 7 to 9 players, they would average almost 10 points exactly per game. And that was playing half the game. So you knew that it was her process that was really absolutely excellent. She created like this family, where we all knew what our role was, and when nobody was better or more important than anybody else, she created a culture, and every team she ever put together, were just winners. And her humility and just this quiet class, that she has, and the staff that she surrounded herself with, it was 100% positive, 100% of the time.
But what your reaction was to hearing the news that Coach had in fact retired? Was it something you were expecting to come soon, whether the next year or two, or was it a bit shocking that it happened this year?
Well, I think these are just absolutely crazy times. And, like we were talking, I've been in athletics and I understand what you guys are up against. And so in some ways it was shocking, but it really wasn't. I mean, if you give 44 years of your life to the mentorship of young women in sport, I'm just absolutely over the moon for her. I'm so excited for her to take a pause and for her to just, figure out what next adventure of excellence that she's going to create, because she will. And whatever she does, I'm just really excited for her.
Final question for you, Stacy. What will you remember most about your time playing under Coach Stevens?
Oh, there's so much. There's so much that I remember. And I know it was so long ago. But, her ultimate goal was to create a successful program, but at her roots, she just cared so much about creating a culture of strong women, women that did the right thing, women who present themselves with pride and unity. And, oh, by the way, they're going to take the house down with sport. And, I had such strong female role models growing up, my mom and my sisters, and I had a lot of, great coaches. I had a tough year and a half at West Point before I landed at Bentley. And when I did, and to land on Barbara Stevens' team, it was probably one of the greatest gifts and the most wonderful stroke of luck of my life. In only the way that she can do, like we spoke before about her grit, her supreme competitive spirit, and that signature really quiet, classy demeanor. She inspired all of us to be the best versions of ourselves that we could be. She led by example, and in so many ways, she totally formulated and inspired my adult life.